This tiny dot in the Arctic Circle feels like a place from another planet. Traveling through the Lofoten Islands was nothing short of a dream. We spent 9 days exploring the diverse landscapes, climbing the highest peaks, trekking to the most remote beaches, and pitching a tent in some of the most surreal places on Earth. Follow along to watch our adventures under the midnight sun. Our journey to the Lofoten Islands began in Buda, where we hopped on a ferry crossing the Fjord, headed over to the archipelago where we would arrive in the village of Ah.
That's how high the sun is, around 3:50 a.m. Thanks to myself. It's honestly just absolutely stunning out here. Aaron and I are in Vinstad. We took the ferry here from Rein, and we just got off. We're not even at Boone's Beach yet, which is where we're hiking to, and take a look at this. And then a sight sore eyes right there. So we have a 5 kilometer, 3 kilometer hike. Nothing crazy to the beach. We'll get some more footage. Got some great drone footage here. All in all, it can be a great day. We'll have dinner here and just enjoy the sun. The weather here has been impeccable. It's normally not this good, and it's no one here. I mean, it's just, we got this place all to ourselves, plus those 2 high schoolers who are also going to Boone's Beach that we'll catch up with. But we'll bring you along the way. We're completely awestruck. The hike to Buda Beach is relatively easy. Like I said, it's roughly 3 kilometers and flat, but the breathtaking scenery, you get to enjoy all of it. Mountains, beach, birds, beautiful.
After waking up in the village of A, we drove to Rein to take the Reinefjord and ferry to Vinstad. The ferry ride was scenic as it maneuvered deep in the Reinefjord, stopping at several docks and fishing villages along the way. Vinstad is a small fishing village that starts the 2-mile trail to Boone's Beach. Our original plan was to camp on the beach for a night, but the ferry was running on the off-season schedule, so it was a day hike for us. If you get the opportunity to and the schedule allows, I would highly recommend pitching a tent there. We only saw 2 other people during our entire day in Vinstad and at Boone's Beach. This is because during the off season it's not that busy, but it can get pretty crowded during the summer season. I've heard the village was desolate as we walked through, passing wooden houses and beach huts to get to the beach. The moderate trail leads up to a spectacular vantage point overlooking the ocean. You really can't appreciate the sheer size of the beach until your feet hit the sand and you're walking for what feels like ages to reach the ocean. The beach is enclosed by towering mountains, and you feel the size of an ant when looking at all that surrounds you.
Wait till I turn this around. The sand is so fine. It's like a massage on your feet, what Aaron was saying. The beach is so big. We thought we could run down here and we had to give up halfway through.
We left Boone's Beach with happy hearts and eyes. To be able to enjoy Rome and have such a wild and unique place all to ourselves for the day, something that we definitely didn't take for granted. Before we left, we did make a little friend in the village before hopping back on the ferry.
Nice and cozy. Been a long day of hiking. And we're about to have a sweet, sweet night under the artificial stars we have set up. Thanks, Aunt Katie. We're very sleepy.
Kitty, God. Don't post this one on the YouTube.
We got our frog mask. We're in for a solid night. We are camping beside the road, but it's a little off in the distance. I'll show you a nice view of the ocean. Sun's setting, which lasts several hours. So, it's about as dark as it's gonna get. But we have an awesome day tomorrow, hiking Reinebringen.
I'm so excited. We had so much fun today.
It was so great. It was so great. But till tomorrow. That was so smooth. Camped here last night with this view. Woke up, it was super windy and rainy. So we packed up and it stopped, so we decided to have breakfast here. And we're gonna go hike the famous Reinebringen trail, which would take roughly around 3-4 hours. This would be one of the coolest, hardest hikes in Norway, at least in Lofoten. And we're gonna get a big breakfast to fuel us up for the day. Hopefully the rain stays away and it stays like this because it's beautiful out now. But it was a really rough morning. Not fun, but it's gonna be a beautiful day and we'll get after it. We're embarking on the Reinebringen hike. Aaron, how many kilometers is it exactly? Or miles?
I think it's a little over 30.5 miles. So, like a 5K.
You said 30 first. Like a 5K, just 1,700 meters of elevation within that. So, it'll be pretty cray-cray. We're about to get our ass kicked, but we're here for it. Lots of steps. Actually, I believe these steps were built by Sherpas that came in from the Himalayas. And we just think about the amount of stone that is here. It's an incredible feat to build a trail like this. I mean, these stones weigh hundreds and hundreds of pounds. So the fact that someone placed them here is kind of unfathomable.
After finishing up the Reinebringen hike, we were back on the road for yet another hike. This one was going to be a little different though, because we were doing it overnight, packing all our gear to camp on Kvalvika beach. We drove north on the famous E10 highway, passing beautiful coastline on the way to Lofoten National Park. There are countless places to stop along the E10 highway just to admire the views, take photos of the coastline, of the mountains. It's one of the most incredible roads and drives that I've ever been on in my entire life.
Guess where we are? No, seriously, guess. I can't punctuate it. You can.
Yeah. Okay, we can pause this.
We're beginning our hike to Kvalvika Beach. 3.8 kilometers. This is really pretty. We have an option to go to another beach called Reinebringen, but I think right now we're going to go to Kvalvika. Not sure that's how you say it. That probably sounds super windy. This is the beginning, and we go up. Beach. Look like it? Can't see it, but there are people down there. They're so tiny. It shows you how elevated we are right now. Alright, this is our tent for the night. I don't know if you can hear me. The Fortify, put a rock walk, and it's so windy here. And tie down some extra flaps from the rain fly. All in all, it's holding pretty sturdy. I'm just concerned about these rocks. It's like an avalanche face, but nonetheless, it's stunning. Absolutely stunning. Here she blows. Survived. Honestly, a pretty restful night. I slept great. Annie, do you sleep great?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And it really blew, but it really managed to stay somewhat contained. So we did a rock off this end, fortified it. Stakes were pretty deep in the ground. Little rock wall. Fortify this side and that side. We had this big old boulder blocking us from the wind, which was coming in this way. All in all, it's pretty good. Rained a bit. It was mostly just the wind. You can kind of see that tent flap in the wind. I was worried about that, so I woke up periodically and just looked up there to see. I don't know what I was looking for, and obviously an avalanche, but all in all, it was a good night. Beach isn't too bad, it's a little windy and rainy, but it's beautiful nonetheless. So we're gonna have breakfast and head on out of here.
What's up, guys? Reporting live. We just finished the stairs that go down there. They're like stone steps. Now we're just rock hopping up. Feeling good. How are you feeling, Graham?
Feeling good. It's a beautiful view and a little windy, but nothing's toppled us over yet.
Yeah, nothing's topped us over. Grateful to be with my bestie. Gonna show the people what we got.
What we got? Yes. So we just did these stairs. We're also probably laid by Sherpas. And this is a scramble. So you just gotta scramble up the rocks. So this is the last part of our ascent for the most part. So we've made pretty good time already, considering that's where we came from. We just made it back. We're literally the only car left in the parking lot. I guess everyone we saw yesterday was doing day hikes. It was a pretty brutal hike back. Again, it's only 2.8 miles, but there were gusts of like 30 to 55 mile per hour winds, somewhere in that range. Beautiful hike, super rewarding. We were saying it's probably one of our more, if not most challenging, but rewarding ones, just because the beach was, I mean, incredible, and the views. The hike itself was really beautiful. Just with the conditions, it was super hard. So I highly recommend it. If you're gonna camp there, be prepared for wind and make sure your tent can withstand 50 mile an hour. So it was epic. We had fun, and again, the last one's in the lot.
When hiking to Kvalvika Beach, we were able to see a beautiful white sand Arctic beach known as Sandbottom Bay. In the distance, I decided to try my hand at fishing this bay, which just looks so beautiful, but had no success. A local even told me it was just too shallow for there to be any fish there.
No luck. Too much seaweed, but we'll try another spot later.
We left Sandbottom Bay, obviously with no fish in hand, and continued along the scenic Eaton route towards our next stop, the capital of Lofoten Islands, Trollfjord. The Eaton highway did not disappoint again and maneuvered along the coast in valleys and amongst towering mountains on both sides. It's just truly such an incredible road, and we had no traffic on it. We were told in the summer it can get pretty congested, but we had open road for the entire 100-kilometer journey.
We're in the capital of the Lofoten Islands. Had to retake this. We just had a busy morning getting all our stuff ready. We're taking a speedboat through RIB Lofoten to an island where we're gonna do I think it's a 3.8 mile hike All my distances have been wrong on every single one of these videos, so don't take my word for it. Anyways, we'll take a speedboat there. It's gonna be super beautiful. It's run by this department in Norway, so it's government owned, I believe, or an association. They have a bunch of cabins and trails, so it's gonna be beautiful, very secluded, no service, but we're excited. We'll be there for 2 nights. And there's a sauna, a cabin, it's like a hostel vibe. So we got all our bags. And surprisingly, this is the heaviest we packed. It's for 2 nights. And we just can't predict the weather here. So we packed all that we possibly could, plus food. And really excited to just be able to stay at one place for 2 nights. But the capital is beautiful, a lot going on around, and we'll bring you on the speedboat, through the mountains, through some crazy weather. It'll be fun. We are suited up, head to toe, looking icy. We were warned it's gonna be super snowy, so you'll see some different scenery. Do you have any fear in you right now, Erin?
No, I'm feeling good. Let's do it.
Everyone else is going like an eagle sightseeing tour, so we'll get some of that, but we're staying and everyone else is leaving.
The only way to get to Trollfjord is by boat. We booked through RFB Lofoten, which does eagle tours around the fjords in the area. I highly recommend that. It was super neat to get the eagle tour, get a lay of the land, and navigate through the beautiful fjords. They drop you off at a dock within the fjord called Trollfjord. The cabin's called Hytta, hence Trollfjord Hytta. There's absolutely no cell reception or service in the area, so once they drop you off, you're on your own, which is pretty nerve-wracking, but also a really cool experience to be able to immerse yourself in nature with no distractions from the outside world. In our case, we'd be seeing them again in 2 days for the pickup.
We're the only ones who got off. Supposed to be beautiful, supposed to be trolls everywhere. Supposed to be snow, rain, weather, but we came prepared. And all in all, it's gonna be awesome. Kind of intense already, but snow.
The hike, although short, proved to be pretty challenging. It was difficult for us to find the trailhead to begin with. We chartered off the trail for the first decent bit, reaching a stream where we had to throw our packs across because it was just way too fast to walk across. Once we finally got on the trail, we were met with more and more snow as we climbed elevations. Soon we were just surrounded by snow-covered peaks on all sides, which was really cool to go from a low elevation to a high one and just see the change in the environment.
It's gotten steeper for sure. Came up that. Go up there. It's hard with that ice bikes. But this snow is more compact, a little more on the icier side, so you can step on it a little better and feel safer. Of course, you don't want to slip, but Erin's killing it. We're scaling a mountain. It's hard as shit. We just climbed that.
Fucking white, dude.
Upon arriving at the cabin, we were met with a roaring wood stove, a warm cabin, and just the coolest accommodation we could have asked for. Just the scenery, how nice everything was, and clean and upkept it was. After getting ourselves comfortable in the cabin, we were really stoked to try out the wood-fired sauna that they had up there. It was my first wood-fired sauna experience, and I got to chop in some wood. Please don't mind my wood chopping skills. I know it needs a lot of work, but nonetheless, you got the fire lit up there. It took about an hour to heat up the sauna to the right temperature. That's what the local Norwegians were telling us to do. I can't exactly remember what the temperature was, but it was pretty hot. After relaxing in the sauna for quite some time and getting our bodies pretty warm, we decided to take some dips in the alpine lake right near the cabin. Now, there was a big hill we had to run up and down between the sauna and the lake, but it was totally worth it. And although it was super cold once you immerse your body, it's one of the best feelings I've had for my body and my mind, and it was just really relaxing once you were finished with that cold plunge. For the rest of the evening, we relaxed the cabin and laid low before we hit the hay. This is mine and Aaron's room. It's pretty cozy, warm. We shared it with Norwegian and an Australian last night, but they just hiked out. So yeah, pretty cozy. This is a view. Stunning. One of the best nights of sleep we've had since we got here. This cabin's super nice. Like I said, it's run by the D&T organization of Norway, and the funds they use from gambling, so lottery tickets, etc., goes to this organization, and they build these cabins and maintain these trails throughout the country of Norway. So this is publicly owned technically. We did book it online, but it's one of the nicest cabins, hostels I've ever stayed at. There's also a family here from Norway, really cool people, and the facilities are super nice. I'll just show you around the cabin and the kitchen, dining area, living room, etc. It's all shared spaces, and really neat, really neat. So we have a living room, nice views, kitchen, dining room, and our room's that way. We got board games, cards, books, and these incredible views. That's one lake. That's the lake we jumped in. Here it cleared up enough for us to do a little day hiking. We just hiked up this hill, more like a mountain. Just a bunch of snow, so there's no trail right now. And this is the view that we have on the other side of this hill mountain from the cabin. Feels great, even though it looks super cold. It's not that cold, besides your feet. Those are cold, but small price you gotta pay.
Don't push down around you. I'm not kidding. Don't push down around you. Take my hand. Don't step anywhere near there. Okay, the sunset's so really nice.
Our final night at the cabin, and we just got the most spectacular sunset we could have asked for. Toes are out. So is the sun. We're leaving Trollfjord. It was an epic time. Met a lot of really cool people. It was full both nights. Beautiful. The sunset last night was spectacular. And we have a pretty clear day. The snow's melted a bit, so it's a little harder to walk in, fall through a little more, but should be relatively quicker to go back down. Thinking we can just slide on our butts. We'll see. The sun came out and it rained, so you can already tell the snow is melted so much, which is good and bad in some ways. You can see Erin sliding down on her bum. And a lot quicker. Ta-da! Should be an Olympic sport. Alright, so we think our boat's almost here. We've been chilling on the dock here for about 30-40 minutes, so we made a really good time today and can't thank this place enough. It's been absolutely beautiful. Had a sunny hike down, which melted the snow, but showed us a trail. We got a bunch of energy and we're ready to seize the day.
Yes.
So thank you, Trollfjord, however you say that, and hopefully one day we'll be back.
I am obsessed with this place. It's literally the most magical area I've seen in my life of the world, so I'm just really grateful to be here. Yay!
And we killed it. We did that.
Leaving Trollfjord was bittersweet. We agreed to this day it was one of the coolest experiences we've ever had. And a big part of that experience was getting to meet and share space with people from all over the world and of many different backgrounds. There were no phones, no distractions, just people out there experiencing hike to life, as they call it in Norway.
Actually, it's still the same family as the oldest Lofoten Islands.
Upon returning to civilization, we stayed one more night in the Lofoten Islands before returning back to the mainland for our final adventure in Jagged National Park, just north of Buda. We drove through a vast variety of landscapes and were in awe at the diversity of their environment on the way there. From snowy tundras to lush green forests, we saw it all. This area was definitely more off the beaten path, and we would be on the road alone for miles at a time without seeing another car. We were originally pretty sad to leave Lofoten Islands, but it became apparent as we traversed through these areas that were less traveled that the country was filled with so much beauty around every corner.
Aaron and I just got to our Airbnb. Oh, but where is it, you ask? We're not laughing. It's actually up a trail marked by these little red flags. We're excited to like not have to hike today, but it looks like we gotta hike. It's currently like 8 o'clock p.m. Anyways, it's budget traveling, and we highly, highly recommend. Budget traveler approved. We got about half a mile. Powering through, hopefully. Above this ridge, we can see our cabin. Not at the cabin yet. We've climbed some more elevation. We're getting to snowy territory. I'm thinking I might have missed something in the description. Just cross that. There's a river, if you couldn't tell. The cabin through the trees. It's stunning. More than we anticipated. It's actually beautiful. This is the outside. Got a great view, very rustic. You walk in, propane stove, traditional long bed as they call it. Nice little table, and a wood burning stove. We're just getting started. We're actually in a national park, which is pretty neat. So yeah, the cabin is called Sletten, and we're gonna have a good time, a good last night here. We've had a super long day, so we're gonna go to bed here at 11:30, and it's stunning out. Hopefully we'll get a good night's rest. It's like a traditional cabin, so it's like a long bed, a little bit bigger than a twin, just super long, but we're gonna squeeze and fall asleep to the birds, the waterfalls over there, hike out really early in the morning. But all in all, really authentic, magical place to end our stay here in a national park in Norway. So last night of the midnight sun. I'll miss it, but I'll be excited to see darkness again. Staying at this cabin in Jagged was the best ending to the trip we could have asked for. We were able to immerse ourselves one last time in the beautiful Norwegian wild and soak in the final hours of the midnight sun. Traveling through the Lofoten Islands as well as the mainland proved to be a trip full of kind-hearted people, astonishing landscapes, and surreal natural beauty. This dot on the globe is extremely special, and I truly wish for everyone to experience such a place at least once in their life. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, share, as I'll be posting regularly of my adventures at home as well as abroad. Thanks for watching, and I hope this inspires you to get out there.